Alrighty. So say we're live.
Yeah, that's it. We are live, Mikey.
We are live. Great. Okay.
The first the word's gonna
Huh.
be all right.
All right. All right. Welcome to Underrated Underthinkers. I am your guest host for today, or your guest whatever for today, Michael. And I'm joined by your regular hosts every damn week, Matt and Joe.
Let's go.
Best toast.
I was gonna say
Today what we've set aside is just mainly talking about the Switch Direct that happened yesterday. Yeah,
Today.
no today.
today.
Switch
I'm
2
sorry.
today.
Well, today. I don't know. I got my dates completely mixed around. So, but yeah,
Okay.
Who's starting off?
First game showed. New Mario Kart game. Not Mario Kart 9. It's called Mario Kart World.
Yeah,
Basically Forza, but with Mario.
dude, it looks
open world
so fun.
concept.
It did look fun. You drive from track to track too. You don't just stop
Well, that's
driving.
one of the
Yeah, one of the modes.
modes. Yeah. Did you watch the direct, Mikey? Mikey?
Um,
No, that's
It's
a
fine if
no
you did
right
it. We
there.
can explain it to you.
yeah,
Okay,
you
so
guys can yap
basically,
about it to me.
okay, so Mario, you know Mario, right?
Yeah, I know
Okay, I
Mario.
don't think you have to
He
go
has
this
this
in
car.
depth.
He has this
He has a-
car, right?
Yeah,
And
explain it to me like I'm 5,
he
please.
drives. He only makes left turns most of the time.
Okay.
But now he can make right turns
Whoa.
and go wherever the
What?
fuck he wants.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like weather effects and shit like that too.
Wow, you
Yeah.
guys were saying it was like this one game called Forza. What's Forza?
Do you
I'm
actually not know what
joking.
Forza is?
You-
Okay.
Okay.
I know
Okay,
now.
so-
I play Forza.
Okay,
I
so
play
imagine a
Forza.
guy. Imagine just you're a guy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Now you got your Honda Civic, right?
yeah.
And now driving that off road, and that's how I play Forza.
That's same.
Wow.
I use the Honda Civic
The
or
Honda
whatever
Civic.
whatever Honda I have in that game.
Very reliable car. I recommend Honda Civic for any type of Forza game.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Okay, so
Well,
we
okay.
talked last week about a C button.
Hold up.
A C
Let me
button?
let me go over the Mario Kart a little bit more. It is 24
Uh,
players, right?
ugh,
Confirmed.
yeah,
Okay.
confirmed.
Do you not like Mario Kart?
Well, I was actually thinking something crazy though.
Oh,
Um,
Mm.
Another feature they revealed later in the trailer is if one person has a copy of a game, they can share it to other people.
yeah. It's like old DS stuff,
Yes, but that's on local. So technically,
just like DS.
what is it? But that's only for certain games.
Yeah.
But you could technically have 6 copies of the game on one Wi-Fi and have a 24 player LAN party.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the classics.
That is what I want. But
That's
Technically, you could have a LAN party with this game.
yeah. So you can't have 24 players. It's on like one giant continent that has like different biomes. You can drive throughout them. I think it's called elimination mode or term something like that. But
Yeah,
basically,
elimination mode kills people.
elimination mode. Yeah. Basically, you race across the whole open map, and if you don't make the checkpoint at a certain ranking, you're kicked out. Um, then they had the normal mode, just going through the different. Was it maps per Athene? I can't cup.
Yeah,
I guess that's what they
4
call them.
tracks.
4
4 tracks
tracks.
per cup.
Yep. Um, it looked like standard stuff. The maps actually looked kind of cool. Did you see it? They had like grinding on like rails and stuff.
Yeah,
That was like a new. I don't know
it
how to
looked
feel
good.
about it. It looked good.
I
It looked fun. I'm curious what the like actually playing it's like though, because that they keep adding more and more stuff. Like it's not just driving a cart anymore. You're flying.
what did
You're
they do?
grinding.
Put Skate 3 in Mario?
Basically, that's
That's
exactly what I
l
thought of when I saw it. I was
well
like, bro,
well, there's another game later that I would like to talk about specifically.
yeah. But anywho, that basically Mario Kart looks like a lot of fun. I am excited for it. you can continue on with your next one.
Game chat. The C button has been officially revealed for game chat. So they have put Discord-like features into the Nintendo Switch hardware.
Oh,
Basically,
dude.
you can
Oh,
chat,
no.
screen share, and use their new Nintendo Switch camera.
Okay, can I
Um,
mention something real
to
quick?
what?
Just the screen share.
It
You
looked
didn't
choppy.
you did not watch it, Mikey, but it looked like 5 frames per second, and I'm surprised
It
they would
was
even bother showing that.
it was very choppy.
Like, it is
Oh,
bad.
no.
But you never know. It could get better.
No,
Yeah, with
it's
a
Nintendo, it's not
console
gonna get better.
with a console that small, I kind of wonder,
They
like,
have a second fan now
They
in the
do,
dock.
but it's
they gonna need it.
yeah, I don't know. The chat feature seems like a big L to me. I knew it would be.
But yeah, I mean, I think the chat feature is fine. I just think it's the screen share that
Yeah, the screen
kind of
share is
they
the
didn't
worst.
need to do.
Chat could be fine.
Yeah, and it's the chat sounded okay from the video.
Yeah.
The
But who
quality
knows how
sounded
they
good.
recorded it.
Yeah, but
Also, I just want to clarify if anyone's out there gonna rip on my balls about giving my honest first impression reaction right now. You probably thought the same thing, so let's be real.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
I'll
I haven't
shit on
even
this as much
watched
as I
it.
want.
I haven't even watched it. I'm going in with blind reaction right now, so you're getting the rawness, so please excuse that as well.
Oh.
but yeah, so they also have a camera, and they said that it's gonna come out with Nintendo Switch camera, right? But
Yes.
they also hinted that other cameras could be used as
Well,
well.
that's what everyone like. I was trying to keep up with the live chat until they started having like issues and they stopped, like they closed the chat. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they were kind of lagging at some points
Yeah.
of the
They
stream.
were lagging, but they eventually just shut off chat entirely because everyone was bitching
Yeah.
about the quality of stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, everyone was kind of hoping like third party cameras would work because I'm assuming they're gonna charge a stupid amount for a 1080p camera.
Right. Um. Then the game share, which we already talked about, which is pretty cool because it doesn't just work with the one game. Like I think the Mario Party game, the not no Mario Wonder, the 4-player Mario. They didn't really. I don't think they revealed the Mario Kart game working with it yet, but there's
Well,
a
I
few
think
games.
I'm pretty sure the chat works just in general. I think it's just like a normal game chat, but like
I'm talking
games
about
that
game share.
incorporate it. Oh, game
No, this is
share. Oh,
the local
sorry,
game
sorry.
share.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
assuming basic normal Mario games
The
would work with that, or like
y-
Nintendo.
yeah, just the multiplayer ones. Um, and then what I thought was gonna be a included game, like how the PlayStation had Astro's Playroom,
Oh, there. Yeah,
the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I thought, oh, that's great. That'd be downloading, like included in the Switch, just like that. You know, you'd be able to play through it. You have to buy it.
yes,
It is a
Mhm.
purchased game, which I might try it out. You know, just might as well test it.
Why not? You know?
yeah,
Um,
You don't know till you know.
then they also announced an enhanced Zelda game, which I fucking said on Monday
yeah. They for both
for
Zeldas
both
are
Tears of the
enhanced.
Kingdom. Yeah, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They announced, and like several other games. They said, "Hey, we're doing Switch 2 upgrades
Yeah,
that you'll
I
have
have
to
the
pay for the upgrade."
yeah. So I think people have kind of confirmed it's going to be like $10.
Mhm.
Um, but it's
Which
going to
is
be
what
the Zelda Breath of
PlayStation
the
did too.
yeah Zelda Breath of the Wild. Um, they'll have Tears of the Kingdom, the Super Mario Party Jamboree. You can get the Switch 2 edition, and it comes with an extra
I
thing
fe-
called Jamboree TV.
I think most of the games have an updated thing plus bonuses because the Zelda games also had an extra bonus added to it
I don't.
for
Well, it was the Zelda notes, which is bullshit. It literally was
which is
Google Maps for fucking Zelda.
yeah,
It was
but
so
like
funny.
Yeah.
a lot of the games have like enhanced
Yeah,
or bonus perks. It's not just an enhanced version.
yeah.
It
So
also
like
has some extra stuff.
there was only like 6 of them, I think. No, yeah, 6 of them. So the other one was Kirby Forgotten Land. You got uh continuation of the story like a DLC, the
Yeah.
Star-Crossed World. Legend ZA, That one you don't get anything extra. I think that's just so people
We
can
don't know
upgrade.
that yet,
You don't know yet, but I'm assuming.
but it did look. The trailer looked a lot better than the
Yes.
one they showed last week.
And
The
then
backgrounds look better.
yeah, I did. And then Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is the last one. And I don't think they mentioned
Um,
anything about
s-
that.
yes, they did. Um, Metroid Prime 4 and Mario Party Jamboree, they both announced that there would be different features that would be releasing on the Switch 2 that have to deal with the mouse
The mouse
capabilities
mode.
of the
Sorry.
Joy-Con,
Yes. Yes,
because
I see
the
that.
Metroid Prime had a first-person shooter mode with the mouse and the Joy-Con, and then there
Right.
was a few new games added to Mario Party Jamboree with the upgrade. There was a Bowser Live. There was another one where the camera comes into play, and then there was a roller coaster as well, where you use the mouse capabilities for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Um,
cheating. I'm cheating a little bit, getting like
Are you
the
Googling
30
stuff?
second elevator pitch. Yeah. It
Yeah.
says that for Metroid Prime, the game's gonna run 4K and
mhm.
60 FPS and
I th-
1080p, 120 FPS in
yeah,
handheld
you must
mode.
be on the same thing I'm looking at. I think most games
It's
are
Yeah.
going
pretty
to run
cool.
similar to that.
I mean, that's like good. I'm happy with that.
Well, no,
Mhm.
those are pretty solid for a handheld. Like they're not like
Yeah, because you're only gonna do so much with a handheld device, but
yeah.
like they're trying to innovate as much as possible to like put it into such a small device and give it so much power.
Yeah, I think they did pretty good as far as specs wise. It's honestly worth the price.
And
Uh
HDR.
and HDR on the just standard like on the handheld itself. So I'm pretty sure they confirmed that. So
And
that's
now
nice.
my favorite game. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where Rocket League was never invented and no one even cared about soccer. Um,
Disabled
I wish it
Rocket
was
League.
I wish it was from the creator of ARMS, because they have brought to us no legs. Drag X Drive, wheelchair basketball.
Let's go.
You like that one, Joe?
God, that was great. It's so
It's
dumb.
my
They
favorite one. It is my favorite that they showed off.
you could tell they ran out of ideas for the stupid mouse mode. They just needed
Oh my
something.
god, I love it though.
It's pretty
It is
good.
it is like it is awesome. I was watching it and I was like, this looks so dumb that it might actually be a
It
little
might be
fun.
worth, yeah. I
But
mean, we
it
could
just
always give it a
it's
go.
it is just Rocket League but with
Yeah.
wheelchairs. Me and Joe have discussed that quite a bit in the
Well,
past.
we were gonna make them. You know
Let's not
what?
go into
I'm
it.
just gonna leave that
Let's
one
not.
be.
Yeah, just let it ride. Um, then they did like a bunch of third party games,
Yeah,
which a lot of them were pretty good.
a lot of them were decent.
Yeah, Elden Ring, Split Fiction, Hogwarts Legacy upgrade, because Hogwarts Legacy is already on the Switch, but they're doing an
Yeah,
upgrade for that one. Hades 2, which was pretty crazy. Um, I didn't see it, but I might have just been looking away. But Bomba said that, was it Bomba or was it Gur that said that Silk Song was
yeah.
shown.
Silk Song,
Yeah, Hollow
um,
Knight.
Final Fantasy, 7 Rebirth.
Was that one
Um,
shown?
yeah,
Oh,
it was
I
during the
didn't see that one
crash.
either. Oh, yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Well, that's why like there okay, so during the live stream there's a lot of their audio lag was happening the whole entire time until they refreshed it. But eventually got to the point where the video just stopped playing. And then when it started playing, it was on a fishing game, but they were talking about cyberpunk.
Yeah,
It was pretty funny. And then there'd be random Japanese and no subtitles, and you have no idea what the hell's going on.
but you knew how to read
But
that.
oh yeah,
And
totally.
yeah, Joe knows Japanese.
But there was a ton of cool stuff. And I guess we don't have to go over every single third party thing, but my favorite is announced for 2026. It's a FromSoft game. It's what was it called? Where is it?
I
Where is
don't
it?
remember.
Oh, I just had it. Dude, it looked awesome. Um The
Born Again or
Dusk
something.
Bloods.
Dusk Bloods. That's it.
Yeah, it gives strong Bloodborne vibes, but I think Bloodborne's Sony, so it's not related because they couldn't really do that. But this is going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. It looked fucking awesome. It's like a Dark Souls. You're playing as a vampire though. Like it looks great. So I'm really excited for that one. Um, that was like the main one I cared about from the third parties. Like
Cool.
everything else looked cool.
Bro.
Are you looking at it, Mikey?
Okay.
Turn into
I'm
a
looking
few
at something else that I'm actually super excited about because I grew up playing this game. Like,
What is it?
so one of the things that they're doing with Switch 2 is they're making a Kirby Air Rider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one they announced.
Yeah,
Wait, was it the last one or second to last one? I thought Donkey Kong was the last one.
yeah. Donkey
Oh,
Kong
no, my
looks
bad,
like it
my
was
bad.
the last
Donkey
one.
Kong is the last one.
Which I also said
But-
would be there on Monday.
Yeah.
I,
So I guess we
I
can talk
grew
about
up-
that real quick too.
yeah, I grew up playing Kirby Air Rider on the GameCube, so it's like nice to see that they're finally doing something.
Yeah.
I'm amazed
After-
they announced 2 racing games at the same
Yeah.
time.
Mario Kart's like an every year kind of thing, though. I think Kirby Air Rider was like a long overdue.
Yeah.
So that might be, you never know. Either way,
Yeah.
we're getting fed on that end of it. So
We're getting fed
I'm
well on just everything.
I mean, I'm happy about the Donkey Kong game. They haven't made a new Donkey Kong
Yeah.
game in forever.
dude,
They just
people
did
were
a
losing their
remaster,
shit. They
but-
were so excited.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a Donkey Kong game aside from
Oh, they are fucking
64.
fun. They are fun as shit.
64 was awesome.
I hope they release bongos with it. You can play fucking 3D space with some bongos.
That'd be cool.
They did announce Nintendo Switch Online GameCube edition.
Dude, that's the thing I'm the most excited for. Only 3 games.
Yeah, Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero, which is another racing game.
Yeah.
that's cool.
But we should mention that the games are enhanced. So
Yeah,
they
that's
have better
really cool.
graphics and stuff.
Some
they
of the
showed it-
upcoming titles.
Yeah,
Huh?
Pokemon games are upcoming.
Yeah, the Pokemon games
Yeah.
are upcoming. They did a little slideshow of that, and I was so excited when I saw like
Oh
Gale
my
of
God.
Darkness and
I
Coliseum.
want there to
Yeah.
be connectivity between home and them.
That'd be cool,
Yeah.
dude.
Because then I could
I've
fucking
been,
shiny hunt my shadows.
yeah, I've been wanting to play those games, but I kind of wanted to play it on legit hardware, and now I'll finally be able
Yeah.
to.
So I've looked for Gale of Darkness. Like, there's a game store around where I live that
Oh, they're
sells
pricey.
it, and they're pricey. So
I have one.
I
I can
mean,
play it
if
whenever.
you're on a budget, just wait until the title gets released.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to play classic, then you're going to be spending a
Yeah.
pretty penny to play classic.
The classic's not worth it for the price. Like, and honestly, like for me, because I'm wanting to stream it, getting the setup for I mean, it's not super
Annoying.
complicated, but it's annoying. Like, I'd have to get
There's
the
so many
HDMI
wires.
converter and yada yada yada. And then
As
I gotta
someone who
make sure
has
the
the
saves
setup,
work.
Yeah, as someone who has the setup, it just sucks.
I've had the setup a long
is.
time ago, but I've streamlined my setup just for HDMI stuff. So it'll be really nice just to use the Switch and be
Yeah.
done.
One game that I was not as excited about is a Hyrule Warriors game. The story looked cool,
It
and I was
looked
hoping it would just
awesome.
be I'm not a big fan of the Warriors games.
I've never played one. Dude, I'm not going to lie. When I was watching the intro, I was like losing my shit because I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, I played One Piece Pirate Warriors, and that was fine, but it's just not my.
Yeah,
as fun.
I'm not
You-
normally
you
that
just
because it's kind of
hack
like a
and
hack and
slash.
slash. Yeah, I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of that. So that's why I haven't played any of them. Dude, I keep saying I'm the biggest like Zelda fan, but I haven't played the new one.
You haven't
yet.
fucking played any new ones.
I know. I haven't played a new one in a hot minute. I love the old ones though. The old ones are just so good.
You haven't
Yeah,
played
like
all the
I-
old ones yet.
I could say I'm
Hey,
a
I
Kirby
have
Air
the
Ride fan because I've only played the only game they have.
Yeah, I have an excuse now to play the new ones again just because the enhanced versions are out.
Yeah, me and
So-
Joe are gonna go next Wednesday when pre-orders open to pre-order ours
Yeah.
at
Only
GameStop.
unfortunate thing is I'm gonna have to run over to GameStop on a Thursday to pick it up.
I mean, I can just pick up your copy and drive it over to you.
Would they allow that?
I don't know. We can ask.
Yeah, well, we can ask them. Like maybe if well, do
If I
they
have
have
your
a limit
receipt
to
or
how many?
something.
Yeah, if I give you my
Yeah,
receipt, or if you
if we
can
could
put it
both
on an account
pre-order them
for
on
you.
my account. Yeah,
Yeah,
if we
and then
both
I can just pay
pre-order
you.
them on my account. Yeah,
Maybe we'll do that
yeah.
because it'd just be
But
annoying for me to drive over to Mansfield.
because I'm taking that day off. I have the paperwork all filled out.
Okay.
But I was also wondering if I was going to ask on Wednesday if there's a midnight release. Will you go to the midnight release?
But the thing is, I'd have to work.
You wouldn't have to. Just take the day off.
Yeah, but then I'd still have to go on Friday.
And it'd be a fucking
That would
midnight release. That'd be
suck.
so much fun. Midnight releases are. I
It would
like.
be.
Midnight
I've
releases
never
are
done one.
fun.
I've never
Oh
done
my
one.
god, they are a blast.
Yeah, I guess if you could figure out, I might show up. Would you, Mikey?
Uh,
You want to?
Yeah, Mikey, would you come up for a midnight release?
I would, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
vacation time for that, or
the
When
last
is the
one,
release?
it's on a
June 5th,
Thursday. Yeah.
June 5th, June 6th,
On a
June f-
Thursday?
Thursday,
Oh,
June 5th. So it'd be Wednesday
yeah.
night would be the midnight release.
I could take off for that.
Yeah. Yeah, the last one I went to, Jason ended up showing up to.
And didn't you just give him a free copy because they gave you an extra one?
They gave me an extra copy of Zelda.
It was Zelda,
I don't-
right? Yeah.
Yeah, they gave me a free copy of Zelda, the new Zelda game. So I gave it
That's
away.
wild.
Which I can't believe they gave. Like, I think they had something wrong on their end because I did not pay for
I'd
two
take it.
copies. Yeah, I paid for one copy and I was already paid for. Like, it was just weird.
Oh well.
Maybe they'll give me a free Switch this time around.
Fuck. Good luck,
Could you imagine? Like,
dude. That'd be so nice.
we go to fucking pick up your Switch and my Switch, and they're like, "Oh, this is yours."
So, are you buying a
got two
Switch,
of 'em?
Mikey?
Um,
Sorry,
maybe
Mikey. Are you buying the Switch 2?
eventually. I
Are
need
you
to sell my
switching
old.
to the Switch 2?
Ooh.
I need to sell my old Switch. I'm
What
keeping
color
one
is
of
it?
them though.
Well, I
'cause
think
that-
it's GameStop that's doing the trade-in program. So I think it's
Yeah,
$150
but if I can get
or
more out of it,
25.
I'm gonna get more out of it.
Yeah. Well, the
Give
thing
you
is, Switches are gonna.
$151.
Yeah, they're gonna plummet in price once the 2 comes out, so I need to
Yeah.
sell this before.
Yeah. You probably want to hop
What
on
color
that.
is it? Just the gray
It's
one?
no, it's the blue-red one.
Oh, that's a cool one.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm the price. I guess we could talk about pricing. I think it's going to be $450 for the
base.
base, and then they only announced the Mario Kart digital bundle for 500, which is kind of a deal because like I'm pretty sure the games are going to be like
Yeah.
$70 to $80 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I
kind
don't know.
of
Is it gonna be like one
interested
of
in
those
that.
things though with like not to like necessarily compare because they're all different families, but like when PlayStation and Xbox announced their stuff and it got sold out immediately, and then inflation just happened on them and they were selling for over like $1,000 at one
I
point.
think they
I
have
am
so
hoping not.
many Switches. I think they
And
already
if you
have a
think about
large
it, they're not.
quantity.
Yeah, there was already like a report that there's already 500,000 units in the United States ready for shipping.
Okay. I wasn't
But
too sure about that. That was one question I had come prepared
I
at
mean,
least
that's why
today to
I'm going
ask.
on I wanted to go on Wednesday. I
Yeah,
wanted to go as
just
soon as possible to like because the GameStop by us opens at noon. So I mean,
Mhm.
if we get there at 4:30,
yeah, I'd be there at 4 just because it's my early
you're
shift next
closer.
week.
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
I'm
if there's
probably
a
gonna have to wait
fucking
for
line,
you because if we're
there's
gonna
a
try to order them on one.
if there's a fucking line, Joe, you just fucking stand in that line and be like, "Oh, my friend's on his way."
Heh.
Ask how
You
many
think
units
it'll
do
be
you
that
have?
bad?
I've never with the PlayStation one. I didn't get a chance to, so I really don't know.
Well, the thing is, PlayStation, I ordered it from Sony directly because they sent me an email. Dude, I'm
Yeah,
still so happy about that. So
I
when
got
the
mine from
PS5,
Walmart.
yeah, when the PS5 first came out, that if you had a Sony account, and I think if you've had it for a long enough time, they would send you a email for a direct link to get the
Which is
PS5.
fucking bullshit because they had errors with that system because I'd never got an email.
But I got an email and I didn't have a single issue. I got my PS5 right
Yeah,
on time.
I have never received that email,
You have issues
and
with pre-order stuff, which is hilarious because you try the most for it.
yeah, I wanted the fucking uh, the anniversary PlayStation.
That's like that one I struggled with too. I no, but Scalpers big time got that one. But like
Yeah, that
even
was
like with
fucking
the
bullshit.
Magic drop, I was like a
Yeah,
half hour ahead of you in line.
I don't know why I fucking get put so far. Like I have never had luck with any of that. Like I'm always
I
like at an hour.
I'm consistently like a half hour or more quicker than you.
Yeah, next week is just because I'm worked further away.
Yeah. Well, that one I'll wait for you. I doubt it'll be that busy. And if they're sold out, I'll just order on Amazon. I can use my
I mean,
Amazon points.
I have but they haven't
I don't
announced
have
when they're
that
doing
many.
Amazon yet.
Same time, I think.
It,
I would
they
assume.
haven't announced. Amazon hasn't said. I mean,
But
you can technically already buy a Switch 2 on Amazon, Joe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Switch version 2.
Let me
Yeah.
I'll
But
get you that link. I'll get you that link right here.
yeah, hit me with it. Where are you sending it?
1 second.
Phone, Discord?
Oh my god. Come on, Amazon. I'll
Uh
send you.
and okay, let me talk about some of the specs real quick
Oh,
of the
they must
Switch
have
while
taken
we're
it down.
most
Oh,
likely.
that's thank God they took it down. There was someone that had sold like 100 fucking Nintendo Switches that were named labeled Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, I saw that.
Uh,
I was looking
yeah,
at it earlier.
it was like
Um
300 and something. But yeah, they must have finally taken it down, which is fucking nice.
yeah. Okay, I was gonna talk about specs, but they're hiding from me. Those are all
Specs
games.
are good.
Yeah, specs are good.
Mikey
Um,
mentioned them earlier. 120 hertz refresh rate, 1080p, 4K docked with 60 frames per second, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice.
and HDR,
Um,
which is nice.
and the HDR. Yep.
256 gigabytes of storage, which is quite a bit more than the original. I think the
Yeah,
original was 32.
32.
Um, larger screen. Did you mention larger screen? It's 7.9
N-
inches.
l- I have not mentioned larger screen. I also didn't mention larger Joy Cons and larger. The back buttons on the Joy Cons are larger, and the
The
joysticks are larger.
sticks, yeah, the joysticks being larger are nice. I like how much bigger it feels. It's more like a Steam Deck
Ha-
size.
Hashtag bring back stick drift.
No, dude, I'm hoping they fix that shit.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Did they match? I don't know if they mentioned it. Battery life. Okay, here we go.
I don't think they have yet.
However, what was revealed, however, was that battery life on the Switch 2's internal battery is a lithium ion battery with 5,220 milliamp hours, and this will allow for approximately two 6.5 hour. Wait, oh, two 6.5 hours of battery life. So I'm assuming that just depends if you're playing high graphics all the time. Because I'm assuming I think they have graphic settings in games now, so you can adjust it whenever you want. Um. So I think that's about the same as the original Switch model,
Hmm.
but it's reasonable if you're
Oh,
thinking about increase in um, size,
there.
graphics.
I
So
remembered something. They
yeah.
now have two USB-C ports, one at the top, one at the bottom,
Yes. Yes, dude.
which can be do two things there. Two things. You can charge it from the bottom, and you can. There is a chance that there will be a top screen attachment, like the leaks have been showing.
See,
Eventually,
that's where I was a little bit torn. I think I
but
would
there's
prefer
a
just
port for it. There's a
yes, there
port
is a port. So the reason people like I'm assuming most people recognize what it is for. It's going to be for DS games. But
or
which
other
is
games,
or
maybe new
they could make
games.
new games, but the issue is you'd be buying an attachment for an online only subscription. Cuz I'm assuming unless if they do it
And
some other way,
they have done that before.
which is kind of annoying
They did it on the Switch 1.
cuz
I don't remember with
cuz
what.
all their old consoles they're putting as part of that Switch Plus program. So our membership, so you'd be paying like if you didn't have that online membership, you wouldn't be able to use that attachment you probably spent a stupid amount on. But what I was thinking is, I don't think I would rather have it like a way to attach the controllers to the side of the Switch One. So I don't know if you've seen this, Mikey, but I'm sure you can look it up. People have modded the Switch to play DS games, and they made an attachment so you can hook the
Yes.
controllers like on the side of the Switch, so you could like just cut the screen in half and use it that way.
Okay.
So it's I would prefer that over having a second screen that I have to lug around, but that's just a personal preference.
That makes
Um,
sense.
yeah, yeah. But honestly, just having the another option to plug in something else on the top's handy too. I like that. Um, what else do we have? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, all the new games look so good, but it's just so nice seeing Nintendo games in 4K.
Mhm.
Like you just haven't seen that shit in forever. Oh yeah, there's a new Street Fighter, or I don't know if it's
Oh.
new, but a Street Fighter. I
Um.
oh,
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 you
that
keep
was a
going.
big one. Oh, the another big one that I'm looking at some of the third party ones that are kind of forgot, but the Bravely Default Flying Fairy. It's a
Yeah.
HD remastered. That one looked amazing. I saw a lot of people getting excited
Yeah.
about that, and I'm
I've never
seeing another
played
one
the
you
first
might
one.
mention.
What one?
Um, well, I guess
Go
maybe
for it.
but Tony Hawk's Pro
Oh,
Skater
Pro
3 and
Skater.
4.
Fucking 3, it looked so much better.
It looked
Um,
good.
I think they showed it last week, and it looked so much better this time.
Yeah. And one everyone got hyped about and I thought was really cool. So they did a Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition. It looked great. And at the end, you start hearing some familiar music playing. It's Project 007. Dude, it
Oh,
looked
yeah.
fucking cool. I was so excited. Everyone was losing their shit with that. I think that's one of the
Mhm.
times that the chat crashed.
There was, like, 1.4 million people, or maybe my phone
Yeah.
was rounding up at the time, but just on the Nintendo one that I was watching, there was 1.4 million people watching. That's a lot of fucking people watching a stream at once.
Yeah. Oh, they have stuff on the way. Wild Hearts
Um,
S.
but I was gonna say this will be the first time that a Pokemon game will run in 60 FPS,
Yes. Which is
which is
wild.
kind of crazy.
Do you think they didn't mention anything about it, but what about an enhanced version of Scarlet and Violet? There's
They
no
did
way they
not
don't
mention.
do that. They did not
There's
mention
no
it,
way
but
they don't.
they
But
they have to because of how shitty it ran. Like
I mean,
that game would be better off with like a stronger system. That like I might have actually played the game if they put it on there, but I'll probably be playing a decent amount of the ZA just because it's more fighting based. That's kind of like what I'm more into.
Yeah.
Um,
And did they confirm that this is like Switch 2 exclusive?
what
what
I'm
the
ass-
ZA?
I'm
ZA will be
assuming
cross release.
it'll
yeah.
be a cross release.
Some of the big games
Okay.
they're making cross release just because some people aren't going to be able to afford the Switch 2 right away, so they're making the game available for both. And then once you upgrade, you
Okay.
can get the upgrade pack for $10 to play your game on the new Switch. So like they
Okay.
mentioned that for that one and the Metroid game. I knew they specifically mentioned
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
so that was
Gotcha.
nice. I'm glad they're like making different ways for people to upgrade eventually. Because I was getting a little, because I was kind of pissed as soon as I saw the new Jamboree thing. I was like, what the fuck? And then they're like, oh, but you can just upgrade it. I was like, ooh, good. Because that's still
Yeah.
sitting on my desk right beside me. I've been wanting to play it for a while, but we haven't got a group of people to play. We have me, Matt, and Bomba, but I don't think anyone else owns it.
Okay.
So if you wanted to buy it, it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like one of the funnest Mario parties. Um, Aside from that, I don't think there we kind of mentioned this last time, but the virtual cards being able to loan
Yeah.
out I I
Loan out
I
games
have
to
the
people in your
yeah.
family membership.
So that'd be
It
neat.
is. It's only on your family membership though, so it really doesn't affect too much.
But should we get a family membership?
I already have a family membership.
Oh.
for myself.
Oh.
For
Wait.
himself.
Oh, because you have so many fucking consoles.
Yes, I have 4 that are hooked to a family
How
membership.
many? How
8.
many? 8.
If you'd like to pay
Wait.
me, I can add you to my membership.
Might if I get access to your games, that'd kind of be nice.
Um,
Okay. How this is where I was
the
trying to
other one
understand
was you're
how it
able
works.
to download games to your console, and then if you don't want them on your console, you can send them to another console of yours as well, which was kind of
Yeah.
cool. It keeps your progress. That was a cool feature. Not game
So
share, but it was cool.
I have a question. If I get one of the virtual copies of your game using that shared thing, can you still play that game while I'm using
No,
it? No.
no.
Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was kind of curious about because that'd be nice. Um. Okay. So it keeps the save data, which is kind of nice. Once they borrow the game, like, and they have to return it, it keeps the save data. That way, if you decide to buy the game yourself, you could keep continuing.
Yep.
I'm curious about the price of that stupid. I'll probably buy a Switch Pro controller if I'm being honest,
Not by the
but
GameCube one.
I will get the GameCube one. That I can confirm. Oh, they have prices on here. The Switch 2 camera, $50.
Not
Um,
bad.
that's not hateful, but they're not telling me the resolution.
They don't want you
It's
to
got
know
to be
that.
1080. It's got to be 1080. They want to do better, and if they do worse, that's just mean. $80 for a Switch Pro controller, that's reasonable for new stuff because we got to keep in mind this is a new generation. Prices are going to go up by like $10 to $20 like they do every time, and that's like what we were talking about with games. I don't know if we mentioned it last time on podcast, but like we're trying to break stuff down by um how much something costs per an hour of entertainment. So if a
Mine is a
game
dollar an hour.
Yeah, so, like, let's say most games are around 20 to 40 hours of content right now, and that's just normal sized games. That's like, and for an $80 game, like, most games used to be $60, now they're up to 70 to 80. Like,
Mhm.
that's not bad. If you think about, like, when you're going to the movies, you're like, paying, like, $14 for 2 hours. So, for games, it's only, like it's, like, $2 per an hour, which is a ton better. And that's just on games you only put the average time in. A lot of people grind games for hours and hours like you do with Pokemon, so you're getting your
Mhm.
money's worth. But I'm trying to see here. I'm tempted to get a second uh dock for the Switch too, because I'd like to have one for my main setup. And just because it has a lot of games I'm gonna want to play, I might play some in my free time. I like to be able to switch it over to my TV.
Mm.
Um, I was looking for the price of something, and now I can't remember.
Switch 2 dock is $100 on its own.
Yes, it is. That's with charging cable and everything, but it's a little pricey. But I think it's because it comes with fans and all that
Oh,
jazz now.
you gotta remember if you want an SD card, the micro SD cards do not
Yes,
work anymore. You have to get the micro XD Express cards.
that's the thing I forgot to mention. Yeah, so which is fine, faster stuff. Um, I was what was I trying? Oh, that was another new thing they added. They added a audio jack port into the Switch Pro controller,
Mm.
so that'll be nice. Um, that's about it. I don't know if there's much left. I one just design feature I kind of liked is a sturdier um thing for the back to hold it upright.
Kickstand.
Yeah, kickstand. The original one was trash. Let's just be
Hey,
honest.
it was fine.
It was okay. It did its purpose, but I was always scared of breaking it. Um, spatial audio. That was one thing I forgot to mention. That's so that's like surround sound stuff. which is going to be annoying for recording now because it's going to do the same thing that the PS5 does.
Yeah. For you.
Huh? For me,
Just for
yeah.
you, though.
I don't understand, dude. I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
Mine works fine.
Yeah. Well, I
Mm.
don't know how yours can be set to not mono audio because the thing is, none of the Elgato cards are meant to capture that. So I have no idea how yours is getting past it.
I'm just better.
Apparently, I don't know. I want to like look at your
Can't
physical
get my
setup.
fucking pre-orders right, but I can get that shit done.
Yeah. Well, that's like I eventually
That's
figured
got
out
it
my
down to a
audio.
T.
I don't even know how fucking computers work, and I did it.
Oh, well, that's the annoying thing is I'm like deep into this shit now. I've like been through all the forums and stuff, and it's like I don't know what the fuck
Mine-
I did.
And I don't even know what fucking anything is on a computer.
The only thing I can think of is my computer's old, and it's possible
But
that
mine's
it's
older
something to
than
do with that.
yours.
In theory, yes, but it's
Ugh.
possible I have a bad slot. Like my motherboard just might be bad.
Brown. Your brown slot.
My brown slot.
Excuse
I have a
me.
brown slot. Okay.
I don't know if that's
let's
something you want to admit on
Okay,
this
Joe, you didn't need
podcast.
to announce it, but okay.
Okay.
That is the end of today's podcast. We'll be back at it with Monday's podcast, where we'll be talking about some Magic games we played last weekend.
Oh, right. Yeah. Shit. We didn't talk about that, did we?
No, that's why it's next week's podcast.
Okay. Mikey,
Yes,
you need to play with us
sir.
some this weekend then too, so you can always join again.
We have more to talk about.
Play with me, Mikey.
Play. You can play a $2,000 deck for free. That's what I did. And I still got my ass handed to me.
Yes, sir.
Save it for the podcast, Joe.
All right. Anywho, we will see you all next time. Bye.